Hi, it's here Patsy, and I'm going to do your reading that you requested, your follow-up 6-month check-in. So thank you for being a return customer. I really appreciate your patronage. So we have a new friend that we, you know, have some concerns about. All right, even though I, along with other readers uh, in the world and here on YouTube, have told you that your person and you are meant to be with one another, and that they've told you that he would be coming back. I didn't, last we spoke, you all were still together, so now things have evolved, and you are seeing someone else, and you're done and through with Cancer. So this new friend of yours is a Leo, and he's on the Virgo cusp. And based on the numbers that you gave me, he his numbers reduced to a 2. Well, actually, it reduces to an 11, a 1 plus a 1, right? 1 plus 1 is 2. So this person is a manifester. This person is intuitive, and he is ready for a relationship, as you indicated you that he's expressed to you. But is he really? Because even though he has a lot of intentions, and he sounds like he knows what to say and how to do things, you haven't seen any results as yet. Okay, but then again, um, you and the Cancer, the fallout was only April, so keep hope. You're done. Understand? But just saying. But we'll focus on this Leo male now with you. So what I was able to get between your numbers, because you were an 8, he's a 2, so that is a 10, and 10 reduces down to 1. So right now, I think the focus for you and he, if the two of you continue in a relationship with one another, is becoming more aware of yourselves individually and as a couple. Okay. Um, in terms of the two of you, the way he feels about you, or what I was able to pick up about the typical Virgo and Leo mix, right? So seems that you make him feel a little self-conscious, right? Not that you're doing it on purpose, but it could be, maybe an eye roll or a facial expression that you may give, inadvertently, but he is very paying attention. He pays close attention to your actions and reactions in regards to him. Um, um, he thinks that you're very charming, but your approval, for some reason, matters to him a lot, and he's not used to feeling like that. He's a lion. He's a Leo. He doesn't need any validation from anybody else. But something about you seems to tame him a little bit, make him a little more docile. He wants to protect you. he sees you as fragile in a way. He wants to at least keep you to himself, but he doesn't. It stings him when you criticize him, or even if he feels that you're being critical of him. Um, he does have his pride, and so the advice here would be to, you know, you can offer him some encouragement without letting it become criticism, and allow him to hold on to some of his shortcomings. All right, um, because if he feels that you're too critical, he will either pounce or he'll bounce. So try not to nag him. Even though he is quite stubborn, um, you can try to be persuasive, um, and subtle and sexy, not in a manipulative way, but just in a way that he'll feel that it's his idea to comply with whatever it is that you are proposing. He wants to be persuaded, but he wants to ultimately be decider, the decider in chief, right? Um, he can be very handy, and you like his ability to be handy, to fix things. Um, you feel safe with him. Uh, he's very moody, but he also enjoys hearing you laugh. Um, and you love his optimism, and you enjoy his lovemaking style. He wants to impress you in the bedroom. So, getting away from that for a moment, the archetype Virgo, yourself, as depicted in the inner child tarot, is Snow White. Okay, so Snow White is the archetype for Virgo. Snow White is about growing through experiences, all right, learning to take care of yourself and others, um, learning to fuse your spiritual side with your practical day to day side, um, and sharing your light through your authenticity, through your own unique personality. Okay? Grow through service to others. So, that is the basis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of cards here from the Romance Angels so we could just see what you are thinking and what your friend is thinking about this relationship, and then we'll see where we go from there. We're going to leave Snow White there for a little bit, okay? So we can remember this is about your spiritual growth, your ability to discern lessons that you've learned so far, and your being your authentic self, being comfortable, allowing yourself to shine, even while you're working in service to others. So let's see, what are we going to get for you? And then we'll get a couple of cards for your partner and see what else we got to say. So what are the messages that we need for Virgo in regards to this connection with Leo? Okay. Let's see what we have here. Free yourself and flirt. Free yourself and flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others, time to take back control of your life. Well, just got out of the relationship with Cancer, so maybe this is talking about releasing that energy and being open to this new relationship with the Leo. Could also be saying for you not to settle down with anyone in particular. You know, to let yourself be free to date. Playfulness. Yeah. To recapture your romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Yeah. I think that's what it's saying, for you to have fun. But don't get too serious. Love yourself first. And the bottom of the deck. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. But you said you didn't want to hear nothing about Cancer, so we're not going to talk about them no more. Well, unless it comes up again. So love yourself first, playfulness, flirt, and free yourself. Yeah, I think that this Leo is a safe bet. All right, you can have fun with them. All right, but you have to be careful. You bring out some insecurity in him that he is not used to, and rather than stick around and try to get to the bottom of it, he'll disappear on you. So just be careful. He wants to please you. He wants you to, respect him. Like, he wants to know what it is that he wants to know your preferences. He wants to make you happy. It's just the way that you present it to him. I don't know. So it's going to be about communication for the two of you if you remain in this relationship. Okay. Do something for someone else. Give attention to someone else. That falls on top of freeing yourself. So he's being told to do something for something else. Do something for someone else. Give attention to someone else. Okay, so perhaps he's been a little lethargic in the love department himself. Maybe he's just gotten over someone or some relationship himself. Maybe he has been focused on himself. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, he's a lion. He's a Leo. He's a little prideful, a little stuck on himself. And maybe he's being told that he needs to get a little more giving. Yeah, I guess so. Express yourself through gifts. Flirt. Okay, so he's being advised that he needs to flirt with you. He needs to present you with some gifts. And that's going to bring out more of your playfulness and your flirtation. It's a lesson for him. Whether this is who thing. Okay, whether this is who you are or not, whether or not you require this or not, that's not this. This is his lesson. He needs to learn how to be generous, okay, and express himself through gifts. Now, it could be monetary gifts, or it could just be his own gifts, his art, or music, or poetry, or cooking, or something spiritual. But more than likely, it's about spending some money on you. Maybe he has a hard time expressing himself because, again, you bring out some insecurities in him. So maybe he's not sure what to do, how to approach you. Again, because you intimidate him for some reason. Number 22, the heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about, and this falls on top of playfulness. Maybe he's planning a surprise for you. Maybe that's what you're not seeing. Maybe that's what's going on behind the scenes. It's a surprise party or some type of a surprise for you. Well, Virgo is the end of August. Could be planning some surprise for you. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. And you are, he wants to give you the surprise, but you all keep getting into little rifts, and he's really wondering whether or not he's going to be able to hold out until then with you. Okay. Number 28, a union of hearts. There's a connection here that defies explanation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This thing confuses him. He likes you, but you are frustrating him because of the way you carry yourself. Because you do love yourself first. Because you do carry yourself regally, I'm hearing, in a regal manner. And as a lion, I guess that he finds that attractive. Mm. Mm. Number 15, bottom of the deck, practice compassion. See things from a different perspective. 1 and 5 is 6. So, yeah. This is about love. This is about being patient. This is about him getting used to the way you express yourself in a relationship. Him letting down some of his macho need for control and, you know, to be, to hold back on his energy. All right. He's learning about seeing things from someone else's point of view, yours, without letting it crush him, without letting it crush his ego. So this is him learning about controlling his ego, all right? And you're going to learn about controlling your ego, learning your strength, learning your strengths. Maybe you didn't know the type of effects that you have on him or any of these other men that you have dealt with. Like, that was part of the question that I asked you through your email earlier. You know, we see what it is. You're very confident and you intimidate these people. All right. So that's what is happening for you and Mr. Leo. Now, since you're here, like I said, I pulled out the inner child tarot so that we could talk a little bit about this archetype of Snow White and Virgo, right? Snow White had a hard time learning her lessons. She's a little naive, right? She kind of looked, did what she needed to do to survive, right? But still, she kept repeating the same lesson over and over again. She didn't recognize how evil the witch was, right? She took the apple from her. She put on the belt. Whatever little tricks the witch kept coming with, she kept falling for it. Until she finally was able to step back from the situation, meditate, and then she was able to understand her own ability to resurrect, okay? Knowing when to swallow something and when not to, when to hold your tongue. But you don't have to repeat everything that comes to you. Okay, you don't have to repeat everything that comes to you. You could just hold some things until later, and then you can reveal it when it's necessary, or just toss it away. Let's see if we can get some energy from the Divine Feminine deck. All right. Woo! See, Virgo, right? We talked about the light. Here you got Shekinah. Shekinah. Shekinah, the presence of the Divine Feminine. At the center of everything, there is light. I am that light. You are the path. You are the light. You don't need to hide you can't hide it. You don't have to even try. It's just something that exudes from you. And anyone that you're involved with on any level is going to be able to recognize that light. Just like Snow White, the jealousy, even from the time she's a little girl, right? The Wicked Queen, she recognized the competition, she recognized the beauty, and so she sought to destroy it, but it couldn't be destroyed because your light wins over hearts. You are charming. You are special just by being yourself. And I think this time, this relationship with Leo, or this time of separation from Cancer is about you knowing how special you are and how you're going to be fine no matter who you're with. You don't need anyone else's guidance or approval, and you know it already, okay? But if you desire to have a relationship with these mere mortals, because you're a walking embodiment of the divine feminine, so you have to maybe, unfortunately, turn down your lights sometimes to deal with the rest of us, but you can do it. You can do it. You just have to be patient with the rest of us and allow you just keep being you, and the person that's supposed to be with you will be able to handle it, and they will be able to step up to the plate. Number 12, sacrifice. Yeah. I'm thinking that this may be about you spending more time getting to know the Creator and not focusing so much on a relationship for the time being, because there are something else that is waiting for you, something that is in store for you. Because again, this is about you, your individualism. Number 4, authority, your stability, who you are, the respect that you command, your leadership qualities. And I'm hearing that you may have to sacrifice a relationship for the time being in order to get in touch with exactly your divinity. Victory and success, followed by partnerships and alliances. Yes. Yeah. I think right now you're taking a little time out. All right. You're ending a cycle. All right. Your sacrifice right now, this separation, this time apart, your time in between relationships. Now that you're pursuing with the Leo, again, you are retaining and remaining in authority, knowing who you are, knowing your power, being strong in your relationship with the Creator. All right? Success, victory in love, being proud of your achievements, of your successes, loving what you do, not holding back, being proud of your relationship with the Creator. Your partnership with the Creator, okay? Your alliance with Spirit, and ultimately a relationship that is worthy of you, of your divinity, of your light. That's who you are. That's who you're being called on to be, nurture yourself and your relationship with the divine. Take a look at card number 12 here, sacrifice. It talks about looking around your life and seeing what needs to be released. The reward for this transformation will be wisdom and gratitude and enlightenment. There's a situation happening or about to happen in your life, and you won't be able to control the outcome. This would be a good time to pause, to rest, to reflect, to meditate, and to have patience. It would be wise to stand back so you can learn to look at events with a more understanding, a more intuitive eye. Try to view people and issues or problems from a different perspective. If you can achieve this, it will have a profound effect on your soul and in your life. So this talks about transitions and changes. The answers that you're seeking may be slow in coming, but it's because you have to live into the answers. You're going to learn the answers to the questions by living this experience, because there are things that you just can't control, but you can heal and leave the past behind you, look forward to a new future, and be ready for new paths that are being opened for you, being shown to you. So, putting off the desire for a romantic relationship just temporarily, because it's coming. You got success in partnerships, victories, alliances, all right? But I think Spirit wants you to just be more confident and accepting of your power so that you know when to yield and when to wield, okay? Be careful the way that you speak to people, because I'm here, you can crush a man's soul just by a word or a look or an eye roll or just something about the way you are. Leo is not the only one. Cancer also. You have a way of making them question themselves about things that they are pretty sure about themselves, but they can't hold a candle to you. Your light outshines theirs. Now, Cancer might not be, he might be able to work around that, because, he can ignore you or it or whatever. He'll find some passive aggressive way to address that. But the Leo, that might be a direct hit to his ego, and it may be, more public than the Cancer. So, yeah, you might have to. But this is not just for these particular people. This is just in general, I'm hearing. This is just the way you affect people, especially certain men. Oh, look at that. From the Angels and Ancestors deck, we get Hermit, card of Virgo. Retreat and recharge. Yeah. Focus on your spirituality. Focus on getting in touch with your own spiritual path, your service to humanity, and ultimately to yourself and the rest of us, right? You're a deep thinker and you have a lot of talents, and there's no way for you to hide who you are. And you are not going to miss out on anything in terms of a relationship if you focus on centering yourself, grounding yourself, getting in touch with who it is that you really are and what is your true path. What is it that you're being asked to look at about yourself? Oh, hopefully we don't have a crash, but I'm just being told to grab a past life card for you and a life purpose card for you. Both these decks are by Doreen Virtue and Dr. Brian Weiss. So let's see what we've got going on here. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I'm being told I'll do a reading maybe later or tomorrow, just to check in on Cancer for you. Not that you care, because you don't, but just so that, just a curiosity for myself and the other readers on YouTube. Mm. Phobias. Some experience that you had in your previous life or previous lives has resulted in your having some type of anxiety today. Trust and faith. Hmm. And one more, please. Let's see what Spirit is trying to tell us. Okay. So we have Father, trust and faith, and phobias. Okay. So there could have been some abandonment issue that happened between yourself and a father figure in a previous lifetime. So let's take a look at these real quick, and then maybe I'll be able to piece together a thought here. Phobias. Hmm. All right. Yeah, so there's some trust issues. You need to have mastery over situations that you feel you're out of control. So again, this is controlling relationships, controlling situations. Because there was some disappointment with some male in the past, some male in a previous, perhaps in a previous life, there was some abuse by a male authority figure, which has made you very suspicious of men, and you have to have the upper hand. You have to protect yourself. That's what I'm getting. You would only be able to verify this through a past life regression, or perhaps when you watch this, if you have if you have any reaction in your physical body, a twitch, a sneeze, something, or if you dream about something that might be related to um, father figure or phobia or something that resonates with these three concepts, then maybe we're on the right track here. Um, yeah, someone betrayed you. This is what it's saying. You may have been betrayed by a father figure in the past. So this talks about forgiving someone from the past, trying to build up your trust in men. So it's like you have you don't trust them, but it's not something that is on the surface per se. It's not something that you're conscious about, but because you have so much light, the fact that you don't trust them, that you have that energy inside of you, they pick up on it because you can't help. You're not conscious of it perhaps. It's something from a previous life, but something in their soul, something in their divinity picks up on it. It's like sensing it, like children and animals sense things about people. They sense it, and that's why you have them on the defensive. Cat's up on his hind legs, ready to pounce or bounce, and Cancer just sidesteps the entire situation and hopes that he can do enough sidestepping and possibly turn around and come back and get things straightened out. But you're not interested in that. Matter of fact, don't worry about it. I'll let you know if there's anything that you need to know about Cancer whenever I do a reading for him and whomever he's involved with, if he's involved with anyone. This could say that your father in this life may have been with you in previous lifetimes, and that this issue, if you're having issues with your father today, that this may have began long ago. And maybe that anger that you may or may not be aware of, that's straining the relationship between yourself and your father. I don't know if you had a stepmother. I don't know why that just came through. Maybe you lost your father when you were small, or your father didn't protect you from a stepmother, or some female authority figure, or you had a stepfather that was cruel. Hmm. This talks about just being willing to clear any of this toxic relationship energy between yourself and your father or some male authority figure is enough to begin the healing process. And that forgiveness doesn't mean that you approve of their actions, it's just that you're releasing their hold on you and your life and the way that you react to others, the way that you may be, you know, uh, you may be exhibiting the intimidation as a reaction to maybe the strength that you couldn't show in previous lives or in, you know, earlier when you were younger in regards to some male figure who may have hurt you or abandoned you or injured you or disappointed you. So now that you are able to wield some power to intimidate, to return the favor to any man, consciously or subconsciously, you're doing it. It's a defense mechanism. So the best thing to do is to try to see if you can resolve these issues. Either try to speak to this person, especially now is a good time to do these things. Because it's being brought to your attention. If you're able to, if this person is available, or if you don't feel, if you feel safe enough. If you don't feel safe or you don't feel like you want to or you can't, you don't have to. Again, forgiveness is about healing for you, not about forgiving for anyone else. If they've transitioned already, then you can definitely speak to them. All right, you can write them a letter. You can set up your ancestral altar if you're related to them, you know, by blood. If this is your father, then talk to him. Um, Even if you're not happy with them, you can choose to include him on your altar if you hadn't up to now. Show yourself to be the bigger person, regardless of whatever. You can't help, you know, he is, you know, share his DNA. So he therefore is an ancestor, and his people are your Ashe ding, and so are his people. So, like I said, you don't have to forgive them, him, any of them, or you can. Maybe you've misjudged him. But you'll find these answers out through meditation as long as you're willing to do the work to heal. Why not? You deserve it. You owe it to yourself. Okay, so um, I think that we got a little bit of everything for you here. I don't know if we need to do anything else right now. I think that we are pretty sure what your Ashe, your life purpose is to straighten out whatever this issue is with you and male authority figures. And again, it could be an uncle, it could be a grandfather, it could be an older brother, it could be someone at work, an employer, supervisor, right? But clear that up so that you can release that, so that you can be less intimidating to those men who would like to please you, who would like to impress you, get to know you, and ultimately love you, right? So I hope that you got something from this reading. I hope it answered your questions, and I will be getting this to you as soon as it uploads. And please let me know how it resonated, and I will be doing a reading at some point along the way for Cancer, and just to check and make sure that everything's all right. Okay, and let me know if anything changes. Okay, thank you so much again. Be well. Namaste.